Okay, welcome back everybody to Coffee and Art in the Morning. I'm going to just finish this up. We have about an hour to hour time, and the sun is, sorry guys, it's just going in and out from the clouds, and I can't stop the sun from doing that. So, and I have my blinds closed, and it's still bright. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish this Bennett Klein piece, and it's out of the Color My Sketchbook 5, and it's really flashed out. Eee. I wanted to do skin. All right, let's see if I can adjust it manually over and over and over again. Sorry, guys. Okay, so anyway, we'll give it a shot here. So what I want to do is I got my Copic skin, my chows out. I'm going to start with their skin. I've already done some of the work in here. And the wings and her diamond, I just went over with a sparkly gel pen, the star gel. So I'm not going to color or do anything with that. The wings are going to stay shiny, and as is the diamond, just to make it look like crystal glass. And I've not tried the Copics or the Hoo-Hoos, any alcohol-based markers. I haven't tried them. As far as I know, I haven't tried any on Bennett Klein's thinner paper pages. Now, I've already attached it to a piece of black cardstock because it's going to go through for sure. It's very thin. But I just don't know how well it's going to blend. So I'm going to try on the skin. If it doesn't work, it's okay. Well, we're going to go for it anyway. So I'm going to get let me get a test sheet of paper here to test out my colors, just to make sure what I'm going to use. Let me see how light the lightest one is, and I'll tell you the numbers. Okay, so this is E000. So I'm going to start with that. Thanks, Cece. Anybody else? Oh, thanks, Bart. And then let me just test out E00, and we'll go with those two to start. So I'm going to start by coloring her whole face with E00 and using that, and I mean E000 and E00. Those are the two colors I'm going to use. So I'm going to start by getting a coat of this on here, and we'll see what happens. It's going right through. Right through. We'll see what happens when it dries. And then I want to shade, with the next one up. But it's so saturated. I mean, it's just like sopping wet right off the bat. But we're going to try to make it work just to see what happens. I got a little paint smudge right there on her face, so the marker's resisting that paint smudge. So this may not work anyway because of the paint smudge. Maybe we'll put a tattoo on her face or something. I don't know. So, yes, really wet. All right, so let's see if I can go with the lighter and then the next one up. Let's go with E11, I think. Yeah. All right, let's see what we can do here. This paper is like, I'm talking like copy paper. It's like I'm trying to do Copics on copy. I mean, Copics on copy paper. So we'll see what happens. And now let me blend. It doesn't really want to move very much because it's so saturated. Let's let it dry. Let me go back to the lightest one here. And see what happens as it dries. Again, I got paint on this one, guys, so I didn't know that or I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have gone Copic where there's paint. There's paint on her face right there, and I can't do anything about that. So let's just see what happens. I could paint it. Let's see. Hey Packer Die, how you doing? All right, this is oversaturated now. If I keep going, it's going to tear the paper. So I got to stop for a minute till it dries, or hit it with the heat gun. But let's see what I want to do. The roses, let's go ahead and try red roses. Let's get some hoo-hoos, some Copics, whatever we need. Let's go with pink and red. Let's see what we can do here. Some hoo-hoos. Okay, so we've got some hoo-hoos here. And these are just they're called Hoo Hoo Heroes art markers. They're alcohol-based markers. There are different names for them. Ohu. What's the other one? There's a couple, two different ones, and they're real cheap. You can buy 80 of them for like 30, 35 bucks. 100 of them for 40 bucks. They're really inexpensive. I don't know how long they'll last because I don't use them long enough to, or that much to like run them out. But, so let's see. I want a kind of a light, let's try this one. This is kind of a burgundy kind of color, and I want to see if I can do a blend, any kind of a, that's too pink. Ugh. Don't like that. Let me go over to this group. I have them grouped by like, here's my dark pink hoo-hoos, my light pink hoo-hoos. Got them rubber band together so I can just grab them all. Same thing for all my, here's my Copic Chow skin colors. I just rubber band them together so I can find them quick. Okay, so I'm liking that kind of purpley pink, but let's see what I can find to go with. Because the colors on that's too orange. The colors on that could actually go in the skin colors. Same for that. Those two could go in skin color, not pink. No, they're alcohol based. They're alcohol based. So you use them with, you can use them with Copics. Yeah. Right now I'm just trying to see colors here, guys. That's too pink. I mean, too orange. Let's see this one. Too hot pink. That's better. Actually, that and that pink would be good. Let's go with that, maybe. That and this. Too hot pink, though. Let's try this again. Too orange. Let's try this, that. I'm determined to find two colors that I like for that rose. That's better. That's the best so far. That's almost the same, which is good. And okay, I think I'm gonna go with these two. All right, I picked two. And the names on them, to me, they don't match. But this is azalea purple and pale purple. To me, they're pinks. But what are you going to do? All right, so anyway, what I want to do is I want to do these two little roses, these pinky purples. Again, sorry guys, the light just went bright again. So I want to do the shadows here. And the Hoo Hoo Heroes and these markers, they don't have a brush tip. They have the bullet tip and they have the chisel nib, but they don't have the brush tip like the Copics. So that's one thing that's a downfall for them. But when you're doing a color book page, you know, I don't mind a little bullet tip like this. All right, so I want to come over here. And again, I'm working on very thin, it's almost copy paper type paper. Bennett Klein's books are very thin paper, which doesn't bother me with pencil, but you know, markers, maybe. We'll see. We're trying our best with the markers just to test them out on this paper. All right, so now I'm going in with the pink. That's almost still too much the same. Well, maybe it might work. We'll see. I wanted a little bit more contrast. I'll just have to do a light touch. So anyway, if y'all have any questions or anything, let me know. I think I'll just do that petal. I don't know if it's supposed to be a petal or a leaf, but I'm going to make it a petal. So what's everybody else working on the, if you have a long holiday weekend? What are y'all working on? Anything? I'm always working on something when I'm watching people. So I'm always asking, what are you working on? Because I'm always working on something when I'm watching people. And there goes the sun behind the clouds. Okay, I think I might want some of those little jewels. Well, I've already got them glittered, so I better not. Cutting up collage pictures. Oh, fun button. Okay, so you can see how the skin kind of, as it's drying, it's smoothed out a little. But because I have paint on there, I can't go over her cheeks anymore. I think I might just paint in some cheeks. Because I can't, in case you didn't catch that part, I got some paint on her face, some white acrylic paint. And so because that paint's on her face, the markers won't take to it. It's resisting it. Watercolor month. You're doing watercolor month, Sarah? Yeah, I'm doing sketchbook summer for the month. So I'm thinking you're painting a bookcase turquoise, Terry. Is that because you can't wait to move? All right, so I'm going to do her lips the same color as the rose. So I'm going to do, well, hopefully I can blend. I even need a lighter light pink. Let's see if I can get what's the lightest one here. That might. It's pretty good. Drawing from Jane Davenport Faces is what Vicki S is doing. Terry will be painting the bookshelf turquoise. Suzanne is doing a food collage. Hi, Margaret. Margaret's reformatting a computer. Okay, so I think I'm going to take this pink and just any of these little lightest areas that I can touch. Okay. Alrighty. So there's the pink roses and her lips. Tie that together. So now I want to dry this and see if I can take a white pencil to some of those areas. So let's just try that. I just can't do too much more with her face. I can do a little bit more shadow on the side here, but where that white paint is, I just can't really do anything with it. Know what I mean, Vern? Thanks, button. Need a little bit on her nose. She needs a little divot, a little nose divot. Oh, there's probably a word for that. I don't think it's called a nose divot. It could be. And she needs a little bit more up on her eyes. And I'm going to do her eyelashes again. If y'all remember, I did go over them a little bit with some ink, but I didn't really do them all completely. But what I want to do now is take, let me dry this. Take a pencil, white Prismacolor, and try to do some highlighting on there. The kids are starting a new sketchbook this summer. It takes about a year to fill one up. Yeah. Well, I do a lot of sketching, so it's not impossible for me to fill that sketchbook in a month, but it will be, it will push it, because front and back. Layers of hair. Oh, Suzanne. Oh, yeah. Is that like those scissors that have lots of teeth on them? Prismacolor's working in romantic country with just Neo 2s. All right, so now I'm going to go in here with my white Prismacolor pencil and just do a little bit of, let's see if I can just hold it up for just a second. I can't hold it up for long, but just so you can kind of see how I'm going in there on the edges, see? With the Prismacolor on top of the Copics. Now, don't put Copics on top of Prismacolor, because you can ruin your Copics, or alcohol-based markers, whatever. But you can go pencil on top, like that. Yeah, I've seen those, Suzanne. I didn't know they were for hair, though. For some reason, I thought, what did I think they were for? Not just cutting paper, but something else. Quilling? Quilling scissors, I think. Made to, like, do a whole bunch of cuts to quill paper. Got a little too much. Now, let me just get a pink here, because that's too much white there. But I don't want to go over it with Copics, because I don't want to, or hoo-hoos. So let's just kind of knock that back a little, like that. And down into her lips. Same thing, I'm going to do a little bit of highlight. And then I can knock it back with the pink if I need to. Something like that. Okay, now I'm going to clean off because there's red on there. So I'm going to clean that off just by scribbling it like that. And I want to get into her eyes in here and just kind of brighten up the white there. Just to kind of. And because that white paint is on her cheeks, I'm going to go ahead and highlight with the white pencil on both sides, and a little on her nose too, because I can't do any more Copics or anything on there. Okay, and a little bit on her chin. So something like that. And her hair, I really kind of want to leave it kind of gray. I'm liking the gray. Let's just see if I add a little bit of pencil to it. I like that she has gray hair. So I think I'm just going to add a little bit of white pencil in there like that and leave it gray. Because we're leaving the crystal, I just put shimmer on there, and I put shimmer on the wings. So I think that's all we'll do. Where's my coffee? I'm sure it's gone cold somewhere. I think I'll add a little white highlight in this blue. Same for here. This has already been markered in. I think we used the Crayola water-based on the blue, I think, last couple weeks ago. Yeah, I could add a little bit more dark black in there, in the hair, but I really want to keep it kind of gray. I mean, I could get like, let me get a darker. And just get in there a little darker, but not too much. Just give it a little more contrast. But I want her to have gray hair. Something like that. Come back with the white and blend that. Okay, now inside these little gold things, it needs, let me get a green. It needs to have, let's see which one of these greens might work. Not olive, but like, that's too olive. But just a green to get in there and shade inside the gold. Can y'all see? Let me zoom in a little more. Might as well, right? Might as well zoom in. And let's see. Let's refocus. Maybe a little brighter here. Let's get it true color as I can. That's pretty close. Come on, guys. That's got to be darker, and this has got to be lighter. It's pretty good. The shade inside the gold is making it stand out. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going to get in there with the green. It's YG93. So just kind of get in there in between the gold. Just make a little more contrast in there, right? To see the difference between the two. I missed something there, Prisma. I missed something on that whole conversation. Hope you're okay. I missed something there because it wasn't in caps, so I missed it. Yeah, that's really making that shading better there. Little filigree stuff right in there. That. More contrast. Okay. All right, thanks, Janet. Oh, okay, color, yeah, okay, Prisma. And Janet, yeah, Janet will not be streaming at 1. She has to run back into town, so she won't be, she said maybe 4-ish. Because Jean's not streaming. So I guess you could stream in Jean's place, Janet. Yes, I still have my file folders, Beth. I do. I have my file folders that from that project. I sure do. We've done our share of file folder projects around here. That's for sure. So anyway, Janet will stream somewhere around 4, I guess. That's what she's hoping. She said she tweets. So if you're waiting, if you are watching this, if you know this gets put up before 4, this video, which I don't know if it will, but if it is, Janet will stream then. Okay. A little more shadow on the sides here. And the sun went behind the clouds again. Okay. All right. Let's do a little bit on this. Just adding a little bit more shading to the yellow. The gold areas. Just a tiny bit. Just going here and there. Yeah, because I would like to finish this because I haven't posted anything on Bennett Klein's Facebook page in a while. I like to post at least once a month over there. And I'm behind, I think. I don't know. It's easy to get behind because so many color books, so little time, as we like to say. So I like to at least finish this one and get it posted. And I know you can't really see, let me see if you can see the shimmer if I tilt it. I put like a shiny gel pen, the star gel pen, on the wings and on the diamond. So yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go back to my white pencil and just get a little bit more the eye area here. And maybe just a touch more on the lip. Don't want to do it too much though, especially under there, because I want her to have a shadow under there. She has big full lips. Any Wink of Stella in the future for, well, I don't need, no, because instead of using Wink of Stella, I used the star gel. I can see it sparkly. It's just not showing up on camera, and it never does when you try to, you know, photograph it either. Okay. So it needs just a little bit more shadow in there. Oops, this is the right green. I don't even think it's the right green. Yeah, it is. Now she needs some cat eyeliner. Well, I do, where's my pen? For eyelashes and eyeliner, I just like to use my Sharpie pen. And I already have it on there, but because I've been going over it a little bit with a marker, I'll go back over it again. So her eyeliner and her eyelashes, I'll flick in a few extra black ones. And then I think what I'm going to do is with the gray, I'll just put a little bit of extra gray on her eyebrows because she has gray hair, so we'll have her have, you know, dark gray eyebrows. I could flick in a couple white hairs. What do y'all think? A couple white hairs in her eyebrow? Just to give it a little drama? Drama mama? Why not, right? And let's see, that's pretty good. All right. So now I think, again, this turquoise is all, I'm pretty sure, done with the Crayola water-based markers from a couple weeks ago. But I think I want some of this to be a little bit more, if I want it darker. Let's see. Well, let's get out the light blue. Let's see. I'll do a little test here. These are all the colors that came. Oh, that might even actually work. Yeah, okay. So this number is in white, and I can't read it. I hate when this, I can't even look. It's white writing on blue. I can't even see that. It's a turquoisey color. And so I'm just going to go in there and pop in a few little crystals, shadows. Just here and there, just to give it a little bit more contrast. I love my contrast. Just kind of random popping in a little bit of extra color on the jewels. See the difference from that side to this side? Dee, I am naming that marker color Willingham Blue. Well, you can name it that, but if you ever wanted to find it, I don't think you'll find it. I can get my, here, seriously, let me get my magnifying glass and see if I can see it, because it's really, you know, it's very light. It's just baby blue number 66 in the hoo-hoo colors. Now, is that the same name it is in the Ohu or in the Touch 5? Probably not. I don't look at the names. I mean, I guess if you're a Copic aficionado and you want to, like Cam, he knows all the names and the colors and all that. But if you, you know, if you wanted to do that. But if you're using these cheap, inexpensive, bargain-priced alcohol markers from China, the names are probably not going to all be the same. To me, this is turquoise, not baby blue. But whatever. You know? Hey, they're fun to play with in a color book. These markers, very fun to play with. I'm going to get a little bit darker right in there. See that little bit, that little flick? Look at the difference that little flick, a difference a flick makes. You like Willingham Blue better? Aww. Now remember, these Bennett Klein are grayscale, but the paper is super thin. But it looks like that's working okay with the markers, guys, you know. The problem I had with the face was that I had that paint on there. That I'd splashed some paint on there or something, I don't even remember now. But I had some white paint there, and the marker's not going to go over the paint, so. So I'm liking that. I tried Bic Markets last night, and I like them blending better than Sharpie. Yeah, I have some Bic Markets too. I haven't used them in a long time, and Cam, I gave him, before he got into Copics, I gave him a whole bunch of my Bic markets, so I don't even have enough selection to really play with them. I mean, you know. All right. A sip of coffee here. Okay. We have 2 goats and a lion. So do I want the goats to be gray? Okay, I wonder if that's supposed to be blue in there. I don't know what that... I don't want that blue. I think I kind of want it green and gold. So let's just put a little green in there, like it's part of the gold area there. Same thing, right? Some of this area, the gold that's holding the wings in here. And just a little bit of more shading. Like that. Okay. Thanks, Terry Trouble. I like the little bit of white in her eyebrows. You know, I might even, let me sharpen it nice and sharp. Put a couple, like, I don't want to look like old man eyebrows, but I want you to be able to tell that those are hairs. You know what I mean? Just a couple. And then maybe just one little shimmer in her pupil. That's better. All right, now, do I want the goats gray and white and their horns gold? Because I'm almost thinking this is metal, right? I'm not thinking of them as real animals. I'm thinking them as metal in her crown. So I'm kind of wanting that gold look. What did I use for that gold? Was that gold? Yeah, I think the gold was the gel pen. Where's my gold gel pen? I think it was my Pentel gel pen. I bought a new one. So let's just start with these horns here. And then I'll shade them with the dark green. Let's see how we can do this. Because I want it to look metal, you know? I don't want them to look like real animals. Thinner core prism. You mean the Verathins? Are you talking about the on the Verathins button? Verathin Prismas? And I know there's a lag, so I'm waiting. If you are talking about the Verathins, they do not blend. They're hard as rocks. They're good for little tight areas. Bye, Packardie or Terry. I'm not sure which one was leaving. Thanks for stopping in. And Terry, thanks for modding if it's you. I don't know. The Verathins are very thin and very hard. Oh, the cheaper Prismas. The Scholars? Yeah, I don't think I have the Scholars. They're like a step down. The thing is, the Prismas have gotten so cheap now. It's like you almost could just go with that, you know. Okay, I think I'll have their eyes gold. I really want to keep them kind of gray, silver, gold, metal, you know. I wonder if I should go with smaller with a smaller core. I don't know. I want to keep this very metallic. So I gotta kind of play around here. Silver and golds, like maybe silver. Where's my, I don't even know what I did with my, let's get the silver. I don't know if I want, well, because it's got the crystal in there, but it's not really showing silver. If I get too silver in there, I don't want like silver metallic. Let's go in here with the lion. Probably getting the color books. Probably getting cheaper. Yeah, yeah. They're selling so many. They're selling so many color pencils, so that's why they're probably cheaper. They're selling so many with everybody color booking. So I think I'm just going to keep it all kind of gold. So I'll just do the grayscale gold. I think I'll go around his head with gold too. I think I'll outline him with gold. Because I want to keep it all metallic. You know what I mean, Vern? What do I look for in Prismas? Just Prisma Premier. Prisma Premier. Yeah, if I paint it, it's gonna cover up the grayscale. If I'm not careful, I have to water it down. I might as well just go in the detail with a pencil. These little tiny areas. I mean, I could cover the whole thing, but I don't really want to cover the whole thing. Yeah, you can buy Prismacolors Premier individually at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. I'm just kind of going over the grayscale with gold and not losing. He's got a couple hairs in his eyes there, like flicking down. I think you should brand your own coffee. Crack-a-lackin' coffee. I don't have time to get into the coffee business. Don't have time to get my own stuff up on Society 6 yet, which Terry is probably still fussing at. The the scholars are not new, Margaret. The scholars have been out for a while. They're not new. I haven't seen them sold singularly. They're so inexpensive. I mean, you can get like what, a pack of 40 or something like that for $5-10. So they're not going to sell those individually, I doubt. It wouldn't pay for them to set up displays and, sell individuals when you can get them so cheap. The scholars are very, very inexpensive. All right, let's see. You might as well just get the Premier if you're buying them individually. Sarah prefer some of this before passing along. The Blick ones do not. Corbines, or neither does Amazon. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. All right, I'm liking that. I'm liking this. anytime I say things about pencils, guys, like is it oil, is it wax, is it, somebody just says a complete opposite. So I just tell everybody go look it up for themselves. Yeah. The scholars are cheaper and they're not as soft, they're not as blendable. They won't blend and they're not going to, that's why they're cheaper, because they're not as good. Oh. They're student grade. It's just like student grade versus artist grade of anything. Now, I'm not saying there's not a use for it if they're harder lead, but if they're harder lead, you might as well buy the Verathins. You know? You might as well buy the Verathins if you just want a hard lead pencil. Okay, so I'm liking a little bit of gold. I think I'm just going to go ahead and go with him, because I'm going to keep him kind of grayed, not very much color. And that's kind of what I'm doing with the whole thing. Because I want it to look like metal, not like furry animals, like fur color. I don't want them fur color. I want them like metal color. So just stick with the gold, I think. It looks kind of dramatic that way. You know? I don't think you're going to find the scholars sold individually, Margaret, because they're too cheap. I mean, you might. Amazon might. You might find them on Amazon. Then you're going to pay for shipping, unless you have Prime. So, or whatever, you know, you're going to pay shipping for a cheap pencil. Excuse me, inexpensive. Bye, Button. Thanks for stopping. We're almost done. We're wrapping this up because I'm almost done. Almost done here. But anyway, like I said, I just quit talking about what pencils are made of, who makes the, you know, if it's wax or whatever, because people out there just like to argue. They just want to argue with you. They don't really care if it's wax or oil based. They just want to argue. So, you know, let them go look it up themselves. That's my view. Just, you know, you have Google just like everybody else. I just try to argue. Alright, so I'm liking my little goats and my little lion with just the gold. See? Keeps it kind of metallic looking. So we're going to go with that. Yeah, if you're thinking of trying them, like I said, here. Hang on. Alrighty. Prismacolor pencils. Two down, no news. Yeah. Okay, Prismacolor Scholar on Amazon, 48 count is 13 bucks. 48 for 13 bucks. So, you know. Okay, so let's see. I think we got it. I think we're done. Just do a couple little flicks here and there in some of the fur, because I want to just keep it like almost like stone covered with gold, or like a plastery looking maybe. I don't know. I'm liking it though because it's different. Y'all know me, I like the different. Okay, so I think we're going to call that done, guys. Let me Just kind of scan it here. Okay, so let's zoom back out. There we go. And let's lighten it back up a little because it got dark again. Alrighty, so what do y'all think? Think she turned out pretty good? I didn't do anything on the background. Maybe one shooting star or something in gold. Let's maybe put one shooting star. Like that. Just a little bit of white. Just like that. I'm liking it. One shooting star. Alright. I think we're done. Thanks, guys. I think it needs just, where's my green? One more little bit of shadow. Where'd I see it? Ah, here. There and there. It needs just a little bit there. I just missed a couple places with the shadow. With the green shadow on the gold. Missed just a couple spots. Okay, I think I'm going to call that done. And again, y'all look for Janet to stream later. Sometime today, maybe, if she gets a chance. Y'all know she's just getting back in town, so let's cut her some slack if she can't stream, guys. Which, you know, I know you will. So, hope y'all enjoyed that. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Cece. Alright, guys, so I'm going to head out, and I'll post a picture on Twitter, and we'll see you later. Thanks, Packer Die. Good to see you, by the way. I hope you have a great summer with the kids. Bye, guys.